Most people will spend 90,000 hours working over the course of their lifetime, and the day they stop, the income stops with them. That's not a personal failure, that's a design flaw. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it, starting with less than $1,000. Here's the situation most people are actually in. You're working, you're paying bills, maybe you're even saving a little, but every single dollar you have is connected to your time. You stop working, the money stops flowing. And the scary part? The average American has less than $1,000 in savings, sitting in an account that earns almost nothing. Not because they don't work hard, but because nobody ever taught them how to make money work for them. Think about it this way. Every dollar you own is a worker. When you park your money in a checking account earning 0.01% interest, your workers are sitting on the couch watching TV. They exist, they just don't do anything. Now, what if you could put those workers to work even while you sleep? That's what passive income is. It's money earning money. And the myth that you need to be wealthy to start, that ends today. Because here's where most people get stuck. They think passive income requires either massive capital or massive complexity. Real estate sounds great, but a down payment alone can run you $40,000, $50,000, sometimes $80,000. Starting a business? That's a full-time job disguised as freedom. But what if I told you there are 5 instruments accessible today for under $1,000 that can start building you income you never have to show up to collect? I'm going to break all 5 down in this video. Not theory, not fluff. Real instruments, real numbers, real entry points. But before I do, if you're not subscribed yet, now is the time. Like this video and subscribe now. What I'm about to share in this video and the ones coming will change the way you think about money forever. I mean that. One more thing before we dive in. I'm not a certified financial advisor, and what I share here is education, not personalized advice. Every situation is different. What I'm giving you is the framework I wish I'd had at 22. Take it, adapt it to your reality, and always do your own research. Let's get into it. Number 1, dividend ETFs. Most people think investing in the stock market means gambling on whether a single company goes up or down. That's not investing, that's speculation. A dividend ETF is different. Think of it as a basket that holds dozens, sometimes hundreds of companies at once. Companies that pay you just for owning a piece of them. Every quarter, like clockwork, money lands directly in your account. Take a fund like SCHD, the Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF. One share costs around $27. You can start with $500 and own roughly 18 shares. At a current yield of around 3.5%, that's about $17.50 a year to start. That sounds small, and it is at first. But here's the part nobody tells you. Dividends compound. You reinvest those payments, you buy more shares, those shares pay more dividends. In 20 years, that $500 doesn't look the same. Not even close. The machine keeps running whether you check it or not. But wait. This is where it gets really interesting. Number 2, REITs, real estate investment trusts. You've heard that real estate builds wealth. You also know what a down payment costs. Here's the version nobody advertises. You can own a piece of real estate for the price of a dinner out. A REIT is a company that owns income-producing properties, office buildings, apartment complexes, warehouses, and by law, it must distribute at least 90% of its taxable income to shareholders. 90%. That's not a bonus, that's the structure. Platforms like Fundrise let you start with as little as $10. Publicly traded REITs on any brokerage can be bought for $50 to $200 a share. With $500, you can own a stake in a portfolio of real assets, generating rental income without ever becoming a landlord, fixing a single leaky faucet, or dealing with a tenant at midnight. REITs historically yield between 4% and 8% annually. On $1,000 invested, that's $40 to $80 a year in income, without lifting a finger. Not life-changing yet, but you're building a foundation, and foundations don't move. What most people never realize is that the third option requires almost no financial knowledge at all. High-yield savings and money market funds. I know what you're thinking. Savings accounts? That's not investing. And you're partially right. But here's the context that changes everything. A standard bank savings account pays you 0.01% interest per year. That means $1,000 earns you 10 cents. 10 cents a year. Your money is working, just not for you, for the bank. A high-yield savings account at an online bank or a money market fund currently pays between 4.5 and 5.2% annually. On $1,000, that's $45 to $52 a year. Guaranteed, liquid, zero risk to your principal. That's not glamorous, but it's $52 you weren't making yesterday. And while it grows, your cash stays ready to deploy into bigger moves. Every dollar you save should be earning something while it waits. Think of this as a bridge, not a destination. And the next two are where things escalate fast. Number 4, Treasury bills and I-bonds. The U.S. government wants to borrow money from you, and it will pay you for the privilege. Treasury bills, T-bills, are short-term government debt instruments. You lend money to the government for 4 weeks to 52 weeks, and they pay you back with interest sitting around 5% annually right now, backed by the full faith of the United States government. You can buy them directly at treasurydirect.gov, starting with $100. I-bonds are a different animal. They're inflation-protected savings bonds, meaning the interest rate adjusts with inflation. When inflation rises, your return rises with it. You can start with $25. Think of treasury bills as soldiers posted at the gate guarding your cash while it quietly multiplies. Low risk, predictable return, completely under your control. And here's the open question I'll answer right now. What if you could build an asset that generates income forever with no ongoing capital at all? Number 5, royalty-generating digital assets. This one is different from everything else on this list because it's not a financial product. It's something you create once and that pays you indefinitely. A short ebook, a printable template on Etsy, a stock photo, a simple online course, a Notion dashboard. These are assets in the truest sense of the word. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket without you standing there to collect it. You can write a 20-page guide on something you already know. Budgeting, meal planning, freelancing, anything. Listed on Gumroad or Etsy for $9 and earn $9 every time someone downloads it, whether you're awake, asleep, or on a beach. The creation cost? Time and a laptop. The upkeep cost? Nearly zero. This is the one investment on this list that scales with zero additional capital, and most people skip it because it doesn't feel like real investing. That's the mistake. Here's what I want you to sit with for a second. We just walked through 5 ways to generate income under $1,000. Every single one of them is real, accessible, and available to you today. But none of them will matter if you stay in the mindset that says you don't have enough to start. That's the actual trap, not the lack of money, the belief that you need more of it before you begin. Here's the truth nobody frames this way. Your first $500 in a dividend ETF is not going to retire you, but it will do something more powerful. It will shift how you see yourself. You'll stop being someone who consumes money and start being someone who deploys it. You'll stop watching your paycheck disappear and start watching your assets grow. That shift in identity, that is the real investment, and it costs nothing. Here's what I want you to do. 3 steps, starting today. Step 1. Open a brokerage account if you don't already have one. Search for a broker which have 0 minimum requirements and no account fees. Do it today. Step 2. Move $500 into a high-yield savings account earning at least 4.5%. Your traditional bank is paying you almost nothing while lending your money at 7%. 10 minutes to open, instant transfer, fix that first. Step 3. Buy your first share of a dividend ETF. 1 share of SCHD is under $30. That is your first worker on the payroll. Add 1 share a month, let the machine run. You don't need to do all 5 at once. You need to start today with what you have. You were never meant to trade every hour of your life for money. Passive income isn't a luxury reserved for the wealthy. It's a system, and every system starts somewhere small. If this video opened your eyes, the next one goes even deeper. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and if you know someone who needs to hear this, send them the link. It might change something for them. If this helped you, like this video. It tells the algorithm to bring this information to someone else who needs it. I'm Ted, and this is Smartvestor. I'll see you in the next one.